there and welcome back to Bobby on the Air. This video is about keys, locking and unlocking. I've had a bunch of requests via direct messages on the forum about best practices with keys. So let's quickly go over the multiple ways of getting in and out of your car. The first and most obvious way is to utilize this fob. This fob emits a Bluetooth signal, so I can keep it in my pocket. I approach my car, the doors unlock. When I walk away from the car, the doors lock. When it's still in my pocket, I can go ahead and press the brake pedal and use the car. Simple. A second way to lock and unlock the car is with this same thing, pressing its button. I have another video on this channel explaining the uses of the button on the fob. It's not necessary to do, but some people like to use it to lock and unlock their car. With the fob in your pocket, you can also tap the handle of the car. If it's locked, just push it in a little more and it'll open after detecting the fob. If it's unlocked, you can push it to lock. Some people prefer to do this because it locks immediately and you know that it's not just going to hopefully lock. I've never had a problem with my car locking itself when I walk away, but I have heard of this, so I always kind of look back and make sure the mirrors are folded and it looks locked. But you can be sure that you've locked it by tapping that handle. So that's how we use the fob. Just keep it in your pocket. But there's a second way. A second way is with what's called mobile key. So mobile key is on your phone, Android or iPhone. The mobile key means that we've used our phone to program in a key into the car. By pressing this little button, this little icon in the top right hand corner, it'll take you through the steps to program your mobile key. It operates exactly the same as the fob. Some people have reported more issues of getting this key in your phone to recognize that you're standing there than with the fob. I personally have not had that problem, so I just use the phone. Why carry two things? I'm going to carry my phone anyway, so I walk near the car and it unlocks. Sometimes when it's been in a deep sleep, it takes an extra second, but it works. I walk away and it locks. I can still press the handle as I described with the fob to get it to lock or unlock if I want to do it more immediately, as long as I have this in my pocket. So should people have both at the same time? I don't see why you would, but you can. Right now I have my mobile key. I use my fob. My wife uses it when she drives the car or when somebody's borrowing the car. Otherwise, it just stays locked away in what's called a Faraday bag, which means no transmissions go out of it. Why? Well, if my mobile key is somewhat near my car, the car will detect it and it will unlock. So if you live in a house where your garage is right near where you keep this key, you might want to put it elsewhere, or if you don't have that option, get a Faraday bag, which I have, put the key in it, and now the transmissions are confined inside the bag. The car can't see the key. Some people say that the battery in these keys goes dead pretty quickly, and I think that's probably why. I've actually never needed to replace the battery in this key just yet. I have a few extra batteries that I keep just in case I need to sometime. These are the regular CR2032s from Amazon or wherever you like to buy your batteries. Now, another way to get in and out of your car is using the app. So for the mobile key, we do not need to have the app running or even running in the background. It can be quit or not running on our phones. It still will work. Some people have said they go to the app to get the mobile key to work. Nope, that is not the way it works. The mobile key works by Bluetooth, as I mentioned, and so it's in the phone, unrelated to whether you are currently using the app. Now, if we delete the app from the phone, away goes the mobile key, so we can't do that. We can, however, use the app to lock and unlock the car by pressing the correct button. Right now, my car is unlocked. If I press the button, my car, which is in the garage, will lock. In fact, I just got a notification from my camera in there that it detected motion, which was probably the light flashing when it locks. Think about it though. To use the app requires an internet connection. So I need a cellular or Wi-Fi internet connection to utilize that properly. So if you're in a remote area where there's no internet connection, this app is not going to be able to communicate with your car. But the mobile key, which is Bluetooth, will still work. Now, as if we don't have enough ways to get in and out of this car, there's another way. This little card that came with your car. Now, Lucid calls this the valet card. I think it's wrongly named. I would never give this to a valet. First of all, they're not used to this kind of thing. And secondly, if I enter the car by using this card and the directions are right on the card, I hold the card directly above the camera on the B pillar, right at the back end of the driver's door. Hold it there for a second and the car will unlock. Now, when I get in, I have to either hold the card to a special spot in the car or type in a PIN code. That's way too hard for a valet. What if you explain it to the valet and then the different valet comes? What they're expecting is something like this. So if I'm going someplace where there's going to be valet parking, I bring my fob. Probably the only time I do bring it. This can also be used to lock the car. When I hold it above that camera, the car will lock. Hold it there about a second or so. Now, here's the thing. When I hold this to the car, it also disables proximity sensing for a little while. Not sure how long. So the nice thing is it won't be looking for your phone or your key at that moment. So that's a good way to do a reset. A reset means tell the car to go to sleep and wake back up again. That's essentially what a reset is, regardless of type. So, we have now gone over the different types of fobs, how to get in and out of the car, the mobile key, the valet key, all of these. Now, here's a couple suggestions for Lucid if you're watching this. Number one, we should have a capability in the car to lock or unlock only the driver's door or all doors. My wife, who works in law enforcement, was surprised to see that this particular feature is not available in the car. I have never had a car where this feature is not available until the Lucid. So if you're listening, let's go ahead and add that in as a user setting. Secondly, I would like to see a way that we can disable, based on our preferences, the keys from automatically unlocking when we get close. In other words, I would like to be able to have the car not unlock until I tap that door handle at my choice. So a user setting. Maybe you can have the car only unlock when I tap the door handle and lock when I walk away. Maybe proximity only. Maybe unlock when I get close and only lock when I tap the door handle. I know that my wife likes to leave her car unlocked in the garage. The Lucid does not allow that option. So these are some user settings I would like to see incorporated into the car. In fact, I think there's a lot of opportunity in this car to have user customized settings. I think the best devices out there, and of course I look at the iPhone as an example, have numerous settings so you can customize it to your liking. Of course, the Lucid won't have as many settings as a phone, but would have a lot of settings that we can choose to customize the vehicle to our own use case. All right, so today I went over all the different ways to get in and out of the car and lock it and unlock it. If you have any comments or questions, go ahead and please leave them below this video. My best use practices is just using this. I find it's just easiest. Matt, my co-moderator on the lucidowners.com forum, will disagree and say that we should use this. He is wrong. Anyway, it was great seeing you all today. I hope everybody has a good day. If you have any ideas of other videos you'd like to see, please go ahead and contact me by direct message on lucidowners.com or just go ahead and put it down as a comment. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.